This is Friday, June 26th, and as you can see, there's little Ellie. She's inspecting the garden with me. The kale is doing really well. We've had a few rainy days, and the things are just starting to grow really well. I know, Ellie. Just come and show me. Let's look at everything. This is the birdhouse gourd. It has grown quite a bit from last time. Needs to be trained a little bit. There we go. The potatoes look kind of the same as far as size, but I think the tomato plants and all of these greens have just grown tremendously. And yeah, all of those cantaloupes over there, the vines are growing really well. I put a couple extra seeds of bush beans in here, hoping that with the rain and everything it'll grow better. There's the lovage. Again, Ellie. The beans are blooming really nicely. These are the pole beans. And then I have here the eggplants. And yeah, the tomatoes have grown and bushed out a lot over the last few days. And last time I didn't go into detail. This pear tree, it is an espalier pear tree, so it grows sideways, and I have 3 different varieties on it. I think they're all Bartlett pears, and you can see a couple of them here. One is red, the other one's green, and then I can't remember what the third one is. Oh, and down below, that's lemon balm. It's really hard to kill, and I already harvested a bunch of it this year, but it's just coming back. Then here are the flowers. This one is my favorite. It's called Angel Wings. It's super soft. But then all of them are my favorites, so that's why they're here. This one was my father's favorite flower, and the name of it is not coming right now, but I'll tell you later. This one's the black-eyed Susan vining. And then in here we still have the peppers, and because of the rain I had to move the mason bee tubes in here just temporarily. And outside this side, this is lovage. I do have a second plant of it, and it is really good in soups. It has a different taste than celery, but it's still very good. Down here, that's yarrow. These 2 are mints. One is mint, the other one's peppermint. This one here, it's a flowering bush. It is yes, the name is gone again. Here we have some sunflowers that were self-seeded from last year's plant that the birds planted for me. This one here is my blackberry bush. I don't know if you can see how big this is. It is taller than the fence, and it is very loaded with berries. These are big berries, and some of them are starting to ripen, and there's a bunch of them here, and I really like them. Here we have like a mini rose that I got from Pamela. Here's another one of those plants that my dad likes. This one is a lemon verbena. This is the bamboo fence that we have. that is supposed to stay in those raised pots, but one of them escaped. And then this is the persimmon tree. This is a Fuyu persimmon tree, and this is the on year for fruiting. It is loaded with fruits. Like it is, and these fruits are tiny now. It dropped quite a few of them already, but it's gonna drop a lot more because it's too heavy. And it wouldn't be able to ripen every one of them. So then here we have a sunflower that came on its own, again from previous year's sunflowers that the birds planted for me. In the background we have clematis and vining berry, porcelain berry, there you go. And then another sunflower here. Actually, there's two sunflowers. There's the big one, which is right here. That actually is a leaning tower. And then there's this one that is a mammoth sunflower in memory of Eric. And then more clematis. And then there we have lavender and more sunflowers. Those two were not planted by me. This one was planted by me. This is another mammoth one. And then, yeah, lavender that the bees are just loving. So I just walked out front yard, and this is our red lace leaf maple. It is pretty big, and I trim it every year back. It is really beautiful right now. And then here's the front yard. So there's a lot of bushes that Jay planted, the barberry, euonymus, and a couple of other ones. I don't know their names. There's the apple tree, more flowers there in between. If we come here, this is where lavender comes along. Yep. And then this one is a purple bee balm. This one is Lucifer crocosmia. Down here we have self-heal. This one here is black-eyed Susan. And that one is the black-eyed Susan vining along with that one. And the bird bath that the birds really like. More crocosmias and some other plants over there. Then we have a little hedge here. Yeah, we have a nice sign for solicitors. They still come. They don't care. They don't like to read and follow instructions. This one is a gooseberry. And this one is a rosemary. It is a red gooseberry, and these are ripe. This one just fell off. And then here I have my quince tree. Quince, it is kind of related to apples and pears, but they are very tart and they grow big. Like these ones grow really large, and this is a tiny tree. And I thinned out the fruit. I took away more than half of it that it has left, and it's still gonna be very loaded. Then I have some yarrow flowers down there, blueberry plants. This is my favorite. This one is the Chandler variety, and I have another variety over there because with blueberries you need to have two varieties for cross-pollination. In between the two of them there's a flower named Self-Heal. No, this one is Feverfew, sorry. It looks like chamomile, but it doesn't really. And as the name says, it is used for fever reduction. More of the blueberries. I have comfrey here. which is this plant. I just don't have the one that doesn't spread, so I have to constantly monitor it and cut it back. And then here, this white flower and these leaves, this is valerian. Valerian root is another medicinal plant that is used. It is actually the natural version of Valium without any side effects. And I am next to the apple tree. This apple tree has 4 varieties on it. Don't remember all the varieties. I know one is Fuji and one is Liberty, but I don't know the other ones. And this is the off year for their production. Last year it was like super heavy, and now we'll have a few apples here and there. I did have a plum tree there, but it died last year, and that Rose of Sharon is holding on to dear life with one stick, so we'll see how it's gonna make it. And then back here, this one is marshmallow. Yes, marshmallow is a plant, and the roots were the ones that were used to make the natural marshmallow. And marshmallow actually has these really beautiful pink flowers. And then here I have Sweet William and yarrow and some other flowers. So this is the front yard, and now you've seen my garden, my happy place, my little slice of happiness.